Hey guys, it's Justin Ragu coming at you live from Ogden, Utah. Okay, so you just asked the question, how much money does an elementary school teacher make per year? Well, first off, that's going to depend upon what part of the country you're in. So I work in the fifth grade in a fifth grade classroom in a Catholic school, and so I'm in the private sector. What we see in the Ogden area is the private sector does about $10,000 less over the course of a year than the public sector of education. Um, but again, it's very dependent upon where you're at in the country. I know for where I work, I get paid about 32,000 gross right now. And however, if I go and I'm finishing up my master's degree right now, and if I go and look at Weber County school districts, I'm going to get very specific just because I live here in Ogden, and I know that system better than some of the other systems. But if I go to the Weber County school system, I'm finishing up my master's degree, and so with a master's degree in the Weber County School District with 5 years of teaching experience, they're going to give you about $45,000 in that range. However, if you look at state taxes, federal taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and you start subtracting all that out, you're really netting about $35,000. Okay, so if you take that amount, and let's do a little bit of math. My bachelor's degree is in mathematics, so I like to go through break things apart so that I can see, okay, what's my hourly rate, and when you do the math on that, what you realize is that you're really over 182 days of teaching, you're really being paid about $18 an hour if you're working a true 40-hour work week. And we all know that as teachers, we give a little bit more than the 40-hour work week. So when you take the math a little further on that, you're really looking at about $12 an hour to $14 an hour over the course of a 182-day time frame. Now, I'm not including summers on that, but during your course of your working year, that's about what we're seeing. So, um, it's I love what I do, I really do. However, there kind of comes a point where it's like, $12 an hour. My wife works at an ice rink, and or excuse me, not she works at an ice rink making $8 an hour, and then she works at a applied technology center, and she just helps set up testing for students, and she's making $13 an hour. So when you start looking at per hour and those things, you really have to love what you do. And I love teaching. I love teaching. I don't necessarily like the income that comes along with it. So one of the things that my teaching partner and I have gotten ourselves involved in is a group of gentlemen and women who are really focused on helping others generate additional cash flow. So if you want to start teaching, but you also want to have income, so that a greater income, so that you can actually bring more into your classroom, then you're definitely going to want to see the group that my teaching partner and I have started working with to allow us to do that. So if this is something that interests you and you just want to learn a little more, click below, move on over to the next page, and grab the rest of the information. So if you have any other questions, email me, justin.ragu10@gmail.com, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.